Hello and welcome everyone, Texodus here, and this is Kane, my Brewmaster monk who's on a journey to complete every seasonal dungeon on Mythic plus 10. This is currently where we're sitting, on item level 267. I did some gearing on stream a couple of days ago, so I'll leave a link to my Twitch in the description if that's something you're interested in. Today we'll be running 2 8s and see how that goes. I'll see you in the dungeon. And here we are with Magister's Terrace plus 8. Got a pretty high item level Resto Druidess healer, so I think this should be pretty fine. Let's start with this first group, which you have to take like this, since when you kill this group they open up the entrance to the rest of the dungeon here. See, I am rooted. And the healer got rid of it. Perfect. Oh, someone stopped the polymorph. That is perfect. Yeah. I've been waiting to see a little bit how the healer handles when I'm at a higher stagger. And it's worked out really well during this fight at least. Because the higher stagger I have, the more mastery I get from one of the talents. And the more stagger you clear with your purifying brew, you get more healing from that as well, which is also from the talents. So like if I can stay at slightly higher stagger, then that's gonna make me more powerful, and it's also going to grant me more healing when I do cleanse it. So that's something I'm keeping my eye on as well. Go. Yeah, we are chilling. Let's see if we can jump down on this side and we can get the little book that falls down. There we go. And we sneak our way around. Because yeah, picking up that book gives you a buff. I'm trying to find it. Oh, it's this one. Haste increased by 5%. Weird that it shows as a debuff though. That's why I couldn't find it first. But yeah, I like to do that route and just grab these 2 groups of codexes over there and then drag them over to the Pyromancer here. Just to be able to... You can cleave the books pretty easily when you kill the Pyromancer here. There we go. Go wait for Umbric to open this up. Here we pull these 2 from the middle, the wandering group, and this 3rd group right here. See if we can get the Magister over here. Yeah, perfect. I think maybe someone interrupted there or something, so she was able to move. That's perfect. So yeah, I did some streaming a couple of days ago where I was just gearing, trying to farm some hero gear. So I did a load of 6s and 7s. And was pretty lucky with the loot, to be honest. So yeah, up to 267. So yeah, that's been pretty good with the gearing. To be honest, I wasn't expecting to get that much gear and be able to climb that fast with the item level. That was really nice. And I usually start on the left side here, interrupt the Magister and just pull everything up so it's less claustrophobic. And this can be a little bit of a challenging pull depending, but yeah, you can see quite a lot of people in the party are a little bit low here. I'm just gonna pop some defensives and do my best here to keep track of interrupts and stuff as well. And the Magister mainly. Magister and the Pyromancer has at least 1 interruptible cast. If I recall correctly here. I'm also gonna clear this entire side of the room. I just feel like it's nice to be able to pull the boss throughout the entire room. Just makes it a lot easier instead of accidentally pulling something mid-boss fight and wiping or something. There we go. We do also have a warlock. So I'm gonna see a little bit how we're doing with percent towards the end. But I'll get back to that. So, on to the first boss. I usually pull him over to the side here. Since he's gonna do the knockback, I'll get knocked back into the stairs so I don't have to move. And then he's gonna do the arcane expulsion, which leaves the arcane stuff on the ground. Just pull him over one step here. I'm gonna wait for the knockback. Stay here by the stairs. So that this knockback does nothing, and then I'll do what I did with the first one. I step off to the side, so when he knocks back with the arcane expulsion, he shoves me back. Because he does 2 arcane expulsions before we get into the intermission where we have a damage amp as well. The refueling protocol here. And I've been trying here. Okay, DK says he does orbs. I quite like doing the orbs as the tank, since then the DPS can do multiple orbs. Or well, the DPS can just focus on damage during the damage amp, and I can do multiple orbs. Since all of them have more damage than me, so if the more damage they can fit in that window, the better. So when I played with my group, I wasn't paying attention to the knockback there. But he's almost dead. But yeah, when I play with my group, me and the guy healing usually does handle the orbs, and the DPS can just mega focus during the damage amp. So yeah, I thought this boss was really tricky the first time I played it, because I didn't really understand. We have one little stray worm here. You gonna pull the rest of the group? Nope. Nice. But yeah, once you figure out the little intermission and the balls and everything, I feel like it's turned into quite a simple boss fight. And there we had the Spellbreaker do his frontal. No, I can't really see where everyone is, because I think it's a non-holy DK, yeah, so he has a lot of minions. I can't really see what is what. But I try to aim the Spellbreakers into the walls. When he does his frontal, it just goes like this instead of across the entire room. Okay, I'm gonna interrupt the Magister, and we can try and pull the whole room here. I feel like this group has been really, really good. Oh, I'm gonna... There we go, taunt the Magister over there. Let's see if I can just bump him over a little bit. This can be a little bit of a tough pull, since you have 3 of the Spellbreakers, you're gonna have 3 frontals from them. But I felt like we could chance it with this group. I just step off to the side when they do the frontal here. Okay, these 2 are very in sync, so they should do their frontals at the same time. And yeah, I feel like the group is handling this pull very, very well. So we are absolutely chilling. I didn't even pull any defensives or anything. But yeah, Resto Druid is one of the strongest healers right now, so we're not really struggling. Go, first boss. No, second boss. Never mind. I'm talking shit. I try to keep this guy somewhere along the middle, or somewhere around the middle of the room here, so that when people get this debuff, they can move around, and then he does the suppression zone. I'll just step in to get rid of the debuff there. And someone was able to get rid of the debuff, it looked like. That is something I was not aware of, to be honest. Okay, so I got it, and got the Warlock, yeah. Warlock steps in. Perfect. I'm just gonna wait for everyone to be higher in HP before I step in, since that's party-wide damage. So you don't wanna do those 2 at the same time. Oh shit. I forgot about stepping into the dome there when he did his suppression zone, or wave of silence. Oh, I got silence there for 7 seconds or whatever that is, but We survived it, so no worries. I'll step in right away. Get rid of the debuff. Committed. Touch of Death there as well. Since I have the talent point where I'm not sure if it's 15% on bosses you can use it. It's not going to be quite as powerful. But it's a very nice thing to just send into the boss. During that little execute phase. Something is going on with my timer here. Or have I actually been this slow during the previous 8? Maybe. I can't remember. Because yeah, I'm using the... I think it's warp depleted stone or warp depleted something. Warp depleted timer, maybe it's called. I'll take a look what it's called. And I really like this because you can see like when you have the 3-star time, 2-star, and all of that. And you get the timer thing as well, which is just a nice thing really. Someone interrupted, so I can run over here and get the voidlings. Just gotta make sure I get aggro there. There we go. Yeah, I think aggro is one thing that I've struggled a little bit with, at least, with Brewmaster. I think I maybe mentioned that in the last video I did as well. But I feel like if you start with Keg Smash for the different groups that you pull, then I feel like it's turned out pretty decent, at least. But yeah, it's something I feel like I'm keeping an eye out for a little bit more than I did with Warrior. See if I can pull that group into this as well. Go. Egg Smash, Breath of Fire. There we go. But yeah, I feel like this run has been very, very smooth so far, and we've been very fast. We're not even 12 minutes in, and we've done 2 bosses in 64%. So that's pretty damn good. There we go. And then what I forgot to say there was that keeping an eye on the Void Terrors, since they do a fear. Let's see if they do it now, or they should. People might be fast to... There, the Terror Wave. Oh yeah, people are fast to interrupt. That is very, very nice. I feel like I'm getting spoiled with some of the groups I'm running with. We pull the entire left side of this room. Keep an eye on the Void Terror, but I'm also gonna try to keep my prio damage on the Void Caller. Yeah, someone interrupted. I can just I can just chill and keep my eye on the big guy here. Just the Void Caller left. I'm still gonna wait, and I'm not gonna chain pull this into something else since he does this spawn. And they spawn like at different times, so I have to keep an eye on making sure I get aggro on everything. And then we pull this, the right side. I'm also gonna keep an eye on the Tyrant here, since he does this Devouring Strike, which gives me a massive heal absorb. So that I'm just trying to make my way through that. That was pretty rough, to be honest. Gonna make sure I don't get too much stagger here. Because then the stagger is just gonna eat away at my HP when I have the heal absorb. There we go. Yeah, this is so smooth. But yeah, on to boss number 3. And on this boss, he's basically, right away he's gonna do triplicate, where he spawns 2 small versions of himself that just keep on moving. So what I usually try and do, I try to mark one of them, like this. Maybe the group understands that I'm gonna be following this one around. And I usually try to keep this one targeted as well, just to make sure I'm always in in reach of this one. And then the big boy just follows along. Let's see if people clear the shields here. Because when you get tethered to these, like smaller versions of the boss, they get a little shield, but if you run into the one you're tethered to, you remove the shield instantly. So that's something to keep an eye out for.
Special coming.
Okay, he's triplicating again. We're just gonna keep on going with this one. Hopefully get some cleave damage in here when they're kind of grouped up. Okay. So I got tethered to this one, I think. But I'm not seeing... there we go. There we go. No, okay. I was tethered to this one. So yeah, I step into him. The shield goes away. I'm gonna go back to the one I marked. And then you get pulled into the one you're tethered to. Sand touch of death there. Oh, didn't need to jump into that guy. We're good though. We are chilling. And the boss is almost dead. So, yeah. Then, I'm never quite sure how I want to do this fight, since all the voidlings come down the stairs that I pull into these guys. But it's so crammed if you step into the hallway there. Maybe it's better to pull them all up through the spiral and into the next room. Might be something I should try out in the future. Because yeah, then you're just kind of stuck running through this without fighting anything. So yeah, maybe pulling them up here is the better idea. Make sure I pull a keg smash into the voidlings there as well. Then I make sure I have aggro on them right away. Yeah, people are so fast with the interrupts here. And insane damage. Yeah, we're not even 17 minutes in and we're almost at the last boss. And what I try to do here is just get aggro on the voidlings, pull them up into here, ping here, just to make sure everyone comes with. Yeah, someone interrupted, perfect. I'll send a little stun there. I haven't even needed to stun in this run yet. Yeah, everything just dies off really quick and everyone's kicking what they should. Yeah, insane. Sending touch of death there just to get rid of one of them. But yeah, we're at 100%. Let's see if we can do... This is the skip I was talking about. So then you can... Okay, someone pull this. Never mind. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't stop to right there, but you know. And yeah, here we have another tyrant. So he's gonna do the heal absorb. But yeah, we have a warlock in the group I play with as well. And we've used that skip, so the warlock can put up their portal. Now I can't remember the proper name for it, but yeah, so you can go from here straight onto this. So if you have 100% before you reach these two big boys, you can just skip them. And on to the last boss. Yeah, I must have played this on an 8 and absolutely not timed it. If we beat the Gemellus, the third boss, at 32 minutes something. And on this boss, I am never quite sure when he does the big pool that he drops on the tank. It's not the unstable void essence. Here we need to catch the balls. Okay, he knew what to do. So yeah, just stand in the... Yeah, now we did the pool. And I stepped into the bar, or the beam. My bad. But yeah, I haven't been able to quite figure that one out. So if you know how this one works, please let me know, because I feel like sometimes I get it right after he does the some kind of tank buster. Watch out for those balls. Okay, I'm gonna step in and get this one since it's in the goop. Better for me to take it than any of the DPS or the healer. Another pool. But yeah, what I've done when I play with my group as well is just I stay in this quadrant basically, and I just try to drop the pools wherever to try and get them not too much in the way. Because yeah, I get this one. Nope, that didn't drop a pool either. Yeah, so if you know what that is, please let me know. Okay, do we have that? Oh! Ooh, I almost missed that. I didn't see it because it was in the pool.
Defensive.
Oops. Yeah. Because yeah, there I got the pool after the big circle around me. So, I haven't quite been able to figure that out. And I haven't been bothered to look into it either. Yeah, there we go. Almost 3 started. Get any loot. Get hero boots. Nice. First mastery. Really nice. Maybe not the perfect stats, but I'll take it. Nice. Well, I'll see you in the next dungeon then. Alright, here we are at Maisara Caverns +8, and this is my second attempt. First time I joined a group that was listed as learning, and I was like, I'll give it a try. But it didn't go so well. I'm also gonna go a little bit chill here on the first pull, since we do not have lust with this group setup. So, I'm gonna take it a little bit chill. I'm gonna drop that by that guy. Couldn't decide if I wanted to say guy or boy. It'll turn into boy. Yeah, I don't know what I said. Okay, taking a little bit of damage there. A little bit extra defensives here. And we have these annoying headhunters. Just keep on jumping back. Drop that one. Okay, it's a much smoother start than the last group. I'll tell you that. Go. I'm not sure if I had a little bit of game or brain lag right there. When I just rolled in, stood still for 2 seconds. Who knows? But yeah. Normally with this pull, if we had lust, I would probably pull the first part that I did, and then when they start to get to like half HP or something starts dying off, you can chain pull into this group. But I feel like the first pull was very smooth and we have quite a lot of damage, so... And we might as well just take care of the first pull separately. Pull everything here, not taunt, and do a little... whatever it's called. What's it called? A crackling jade lightning. The second bear there, just to pull everything in. And I'm not 100% used to the path here on the right, so I am still learning. I feel like Maisara Caverns is probably the route that I have the least. Not the least experience with, so I do have some experience with it, but I've tried going left side, I've tried going right side. I feel like the right side here is a little bit easier to get more percent early, so you don't have to get as much percent toward the end. I feel like it's easier fights here in the beginning. With all the tormented shades toward the end, it can get quite annoying. But yeah, we're just bringing these guys down, and then we're gonna do a slightly bigger pull within the building here. Gonna pop quite a lot of defensives. So, stay out. side. Just make sure.
Who be stealing my kill? Who be letting
See if I can, yeah, get that group as well. And then try to bring everything down the stairs here. Okay, that Warlock took quite a lot of damage there. Then I can... Okay, I was hoping everything would stop up here, because then I can bump them up. Okay, I'm not allowed to place it where I can't see it. I was up to 1,000,000 stagger there. That's pretty insane. 1,000,000 stagger might be a little bit too much, even for my taste. Even though I said in the last dungeon that high stagger can be good, but when you're up to basically twice your HP, maybe that's a little bit too much. Just gonna jump in here, release the prisoner, and use this to get the food buff. This one. Leech increased. Damage. There. Oh, there. Leech and avoidance. That's what it is. Or basically avoidance. Interrupt that one. I think I'm gonna try to get the eagle in here as well. Oh, I missed that I did not have aggro on the soul leader here. I'm gonna do a little bit of a stun. Let the healer breathe for a second. Oh, someone interrupted right before me. I'd rather double interrupt than no interrupt. Send a little chi burst through there. And yeah, I feel like I have a very, very simple rotation with Brewmaster. So I feel like I mostly end up doing Keg Smash, Breath of Fire, Blackout Kick, and then Tiger Palm. And that's basically the majority of my damage dealing, at least. Taunt the last guy. There we go. Clear a little bit of stagger there since I saw my HP drop. I think that was just a little bit before the group was pulled, so I don't think the healer maybe wanted to commit too many heals and grab aggro early or something. Because yeah, even before I pulled my defensives there, so I saw my HP starting to recover. That's smart healer. Now we go over here, so we don't have to fight the Hex Guardian in the hill there. I'm gonna add this group, see if the Ritual Hexer wants to come with this one. Just make sure I get a little bit of aggro, jump into this group, and then see if I can get this group going as well. Bring the Headhunter a little bit closer here. A lot of casts going off. Hold my stun there. Yeah, leg sweep. Oh, someone was just a little bit faster than me as well. Okay, I did not want to pull the Hex Guardians. That got a little bit sweaty there for a few seconds. Warlock is struggling a little bit. Healer got it though. Got 1,000,000 stagger again. Okay, I'm gonna have to pay attention to my stagger and my defensives here. Okay, most of the things have died off now. There we go. I do get a little bit blind to the NPC's HP when I get a little bit stressed out and I need to pay attention to all of my defensives and stuff. My eyes just lock in on all my abilities and stuff. There we go. Oop. That's such a nice little jump with the monk. You go so fast with the little roll forward. Especially when you go off an edge or a cliff like that. It is so fast.
Defensive.
Oh, I was just a little bit too slow with my defensive there, but we are chilling. I'll also put my detox down here so I can cleanse myself. There's so many things in the seasoned dungeons that you can cleanse yourself with detox. Get a little bit closer to the bird here. There the circles there. Oh, okay. It was too bad that the Warlock got the frontal there. Okay, did my little roll so I can do my extra jump and not take fall damage. We got the Warlock up as well. Not sure if maybe the Warlock is a little bit lower item level than anyone else, because I feel like his HP has been bouncing a little bit up and down.
Traps incoming.
Got the traps. Whoever was targeted by the bird also didn't step into a trap.
Watch your step.
I don't think. Oh,
Frontal.
I stepped into a trap there. Didn't mean to. I'm gonna roll over here, get out of the ice. Oh, I didn't mean to. I am. Yeah, he got. he got swept.
Defensive.
Wow, we are not very gathered in this fight.
Dispel.
Very spread out. And the bird is very, very high in HP compared to the main guy, so I'm gonna switch to
Traps incoming.
target the bird. With the little prio damage that I have at least goes into the bird.
Watch your step. Frontal.
Can I get out of that one? Thank you. Why do I keep stepping into traps today?
Defensive.
Yeah, we really need to
Dispel.
get the bird down here. Cleanse myself with detox as well. Yeah, we did get quite a lot of prio damage, even though the main guy had like 2% HP. We still got like 5 or 6% on the bird. That's good.
Watch your
Yeah, he
step.
gets 60% extra damage. After the main boss dies. Yeah. Can I detox someone else? Yeah, I can. Oh, we got the bird before he got his charge in. That's nice. I'm gonna just take a little sneak peek. Yeah, 250 might be a little bit lower than the other guys. 270. Wow. Okay. Understandable that the paladin has a lot of damage. 267. Healer seems to be pretty good as well. Oh, 254. He's at 54 HP or 54k HPS. We're just gonna pull most of the things in the start of the room here. Cleanse a little bit of stagger there. Pull a little bit of a defensive, because I felt like I dropped a little bit low there. A little bit lower than I'd like at least. Oh, I was too far away to interrupt. There we go. Execute one of the shades there. Pull the last warrior in here as well. Yeah, someone got rid of the reanimating warriors. And we can pull the mini boss into this as well. I know you can make this into one huge pull, but since I feel like we've been a little bit on up and down in HP and stuff, then I'd rather do a little bit of a chain pull instead. Get the death script. Take care of that. There we go. Pull the boss down a little bit again. You see, I know he does the invoke shadows that suck you in, but I'm not sure how or what determines where that one goes. I don't know if that's aimed at someone or... So if you know, please let me know. There we go, that was smooth. There's only one death grip going out there. Made sure I got aggro on the warrior there as well. Now we get the Salopath balls going. Catch one of those there. Ooh. I have trouble keeping track of these tornadoes when they get like into one of these groups where there's so much going on. Ooh, I was so close to stepping into that spirit. Interrupt this guy. Pull him over here. We can at least cleave these guys at the same time. Because these soul renders have quite a lot of, I was going to say experience, HP. If you haven't noticed already, I struggle with words sometimes. I think I've probably struggled with words in every video I've made so far. Let's see if I can get this group in here as well. Find Ring of Peace to shade into here. Get the soul render coming in there as well. Now he's dead. There we go. I'm also gonna save my frontal stun here for when the animated warriors. Ooh, watch out. Yep, I think he saw it there in the last second. But yeah, I'm saving my stun for when these guys die. And they reanimate. Okay, we got this guy anyway. And then just pull the stun to stop their reanimation cast. Almost got caught in that tornado there. Get the deflect. There we go. Now we should be able to skip the group on the stairs. Yeah. Oops. I interrupt the Hexer. Let's see if we can pull these guys over a little bit. I would like to just grab these guys. I could jump back. Oh, I've got rooted. There we go. Fight all of these. But yeah, we get that extra here. Keeps casting. Oh, I missed one of the warriors. Sorry to whoever got aggro there. But yeah, this paladin is insane with his damage. I feel like in this fight he's dealt more damage than, or probably equal to, everyone else's damage combined. And pull the little stun. Get rid of all of those at the same time. I'm gonna mount up here. There we go. Here I'm gonna target the soul render, interrupt him just to be able to pull the warriors on this side as well. So, and yeah, as I said, the Maisara Caverns is probably the route that I know the worst. So we'll see if this percent is gonna be enough. And here as well, if you step up to the stairs, you're gonna start the RP on the boss. So when you're done with this fight, you can just step right into the boss fight. Yeah, there we go. Nice, someone interrupted. And execute that boy. 88%. I think that might be enough.
Defensive.
Also gonna try here and just put markers on either side. And then when we get the ads spawning,
Ads coming.
we can try to make them meet on the marks here.
Fixate
So
on you.
I am fixated by one on the right. The right ones go together. There we go. And the left ones go together. Okay. Someone doesn't know how this works.
Defensive.
There we go. I mean, we can put all pools on the same mark. That also works. Maybe it doesn't work as well, but you know,
Ads coming.
details.
Fixate on you.
Okay. Let's see if we can do this again. Right side.
Frontal.
No? Okay, okay, we're just... Oh, I did not pay attention to the frontal there. We're just putting everything into the middle. It's not going to be very fun if we get to the intermission here. Okay, we're still able to get into melee. That's something. Gotta get through the shield here and then we can interrupt her cast. We get rid of all the balls. Taking quite a bit of damage there, but
Ants coming.
here we go.
Fixate on you.
Can't really say I've been paying too much attention to self-heals and stuff, so... Not about... Oh shit, did it? I think he stepped into the soul I was kiting. It's not what we want. Okay, at least those souls went together.
Defensive.
Ah well. At least it wasn't the healer that died. That would have been
Ants coming.
worse.
Fixate on you.
Okay, we can just get the boss. There we go. Get all the balls. See if he releases. There we go. There we go. Now I can mount. Not sure if I was still in combat there. Maybe. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll just try to pull everything. Or not everything at the same time, but I'm gonna pull everything on the right side here. So this group. Just Ring of Peace that guy in. This group, the next group on the right, and then the defender on the right there as well. Interrupt that little screech. Because that's aimed at me, but it goes through me and everyone else. Stun there to try and get rid of the spirit rend. Don't have my interrupt up. So watch out for the nasty bouncing balls. Interrupting the first guy, see if someone else interrupts that one. So I would like to get over to the side here just to avoid all of these bouncing balls. Ring of Peace again, just to bring these in. Well, I do have my interrupt, so I can interrupt the next one, can execute the other one. There we go. 97. This should basically be perfect percent. Because I think these are worth like 2.5 to 3%, if I remember correctly. I know there's been an add-on released now that makes you able to see in the little tooltip down to the right how much percent they're worth, but I haven't downloaded it. But if I remember correctly, it's between 2.5 and 3% for these defenders, and then the little drummer guy up by the boss is worth about 1% as well. There we go. Okay, so that is a pretty perfect route. Now I just need to remember what I pulled. That's the next challenge. But we'll get there. And yeah, this is just nasty party damage. Where is the healer? Okay, he was slightly behind. Oh, maybe he got punched down there. Can we rest that guy? Someone's on their way. Perfect. Just gonna wait for him to come back up. There we go. Everyone seems ready. At least ready enough.
Defensive.
Yeah, with the Spirit Breaker, I try to jump away before he finishes his cast. So that I place the group away from the group and away from melee range. Not quite as smooth with Brewmaster, I feel like. It was easier with the warrior to do heroic leap. Like just run out and then heroic leap back in, or heroic leap out and then do a charge to get back into the boss. Do that. Gonna do my little jump. There we go. Okay, that was better. Pull a little bit of damage cooldowns here as well. The crash souls. Yeah, these were placed very well. Nice.
Defensive.
And Spirit Breaker, jumping away. I didn't have all my rolls there, so that did not end up quite as clean as the second one, but you know. Here we go with the intermission. I did see a little trick on this guy as well. Like if you fight him... Oh, I wasn't paying attention to that. If you fight him close to the wall there, kind of where we were, you can probably go even closer. He runs a little bit after he finishes this cast, so you get the spectral residue. Can I reach him from melee here? No. It's when you step in. That buff is supposed to... No, it didn't reset. Then I don't know. Because I've seen another trick that I have been trying to do with, since the buff resets every time you gain a stack. So, like me as the tank can stay on the last spirit, everyone else can run in and deal as much damage as they can during the damage amp. And then I can just interrupt the last spirit a little bit later. And everyone gets their damage buff refreshed with another stack. And the boss is dead. There we go. That was clean. See if we get any loot. Nope. Alright. And there we have it. 2 plus 8 runs. So I think I'm probably just gonna keep on grinding some 8s or around there, and then it's time to get into the 10s with the Brewmaster as well. As we can see here, I just gotta find the tab. There we go. Maisara Caverns and Magister Terrace on 8, and the rest are now 6, 7. Skyreach is still on 5. The first 8 run managed to get me above 2k rating as well. I got an extra catalyst charge from that. But yeah, totally now sitting at 21. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on climbing. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.